Hi, I'm Phil Brown. You may know me from VFL and other things on the internet that I can't discuss right now for legal reasons. It's been a tough season. 75% of Ferrari fans are still deluded enough to think we might win this season. With your help and continued support, we may make it through this year. Thank you. And we are back in the office, Ant's front room, another episode of VFL. It's the half-term report, and you might notice we're half-term. Guess who's got kids? Yeah. And we are handing the mic over to me and Ant because we're joined by other Phil.
Hello.
So I'll pass over, really, yeah.
Okay, so the purpose of this episode is we're just going to do, obviously there's no race this weekend, there's no race for the next few weekends. We're not ready until Zandvoort. So it is just going to be a little bit of a mid-season report, see who's doing well, see who's not, see all the rest of it. So that's basically the idea of today's episode. So let's get straight into it. First thing I want to discuss, because it has been an element of a bit of like Formula... What do you call it? Formula spaceship. Rockets, Formula Spaceship.
And Phil found it on the Monster.
Yeah.
Just to prove that it's true.
So just to get straight into it, let's go. Piastri versus Norris. So where do we sit? Because we did touch on this after the Hungary video. So where do we all sit at the minute? And everyone's heard our opinion. So we'll start with you, Phil. Where do you sit on the Piastri Norris argument?
Norris has got the upper hand at the moment.
You agree with
that? Yeah, no, I do. I think Norris got the upper hand because the decisions that he made in Hungary were more ballsy than he could. I think somebody, you might have been you guys that touched upon it, but it is 100% true that the decision he made to win the race, he could have quite easily pitted for a new set of tyres.
Did he make the decision, or did Will make the decision? Is
that not part of it though?
Keep tapping me.
Is that not part of it though?
It is.
Are they not? They're a team together at the end of the day.
They are, but I think we're putting too much credit on Norris.
Yeah. Okay. So, but they're a team. Okay. So let's change it slightly. Then they're a team in it between him and his race engineer. I just think it showed. Look, it's now or never. Let's do it.
I just want to weigh in on this as well because I don't know if anybody's seen this in the week. There's been a bit of, it has been a week, hasn't it, since Hungary? There's been a bit of sort of criticism, I think, coming from the Australian side of the McLaren, not from Piastri, sorry, but like from the Piastri fan side of it, that there is a bias at McLaren at the minute towards Norris. I haven't heard Piastri say anything to this extent, and I don't believe for one second that Piastri thinks this, but it does seem to be something that I've seen on social media. So there is a lot of people saying that the McLaren sort of knew partway through the race that a one-stop was going to be more beneficial, and that's why they gave it to Lando. For me personally, I know you two are shaking your head, so I assume you both agree. But for me, I stand by what we said after Hungary. Norris had one choice to win that race, and that was to work to make a one-stop work. I still think they said before the start of the race, I think Martin Brundle said a one-stop worked out to be about 18 seconds slower. Yeah. So, for me personally, just to put, I've seen it, like I say, this week on social media, so I thought I'd address it. That I don't think for one second that there's any McLaren bias there.
Well, they're not allowed to. If the rumours are true, they're not allowed to.
Agreed.
They're not allowed to do
No, they're
that.
not. But let's be honest. If they wanted to, they could manipulate it in a way.
I'm sure they could.
If they wanted to.
I'm sure they could.
Let's put it this way. At the start of the race, when Piastri went for the two-stop, he was racing Leclerc at the same time as well. A car that did qualify ahead of both of them. Yeah, that was the right move to make to cover off Leclerc. Now, we know the wheels fell off Ferrari's challenge again, just like it does most seasons. But
let's not get too much into Ferrari because I have a special section for you today.
How long is this episode?
It's going to be.
I hope no one's going to bed tonight.
We're gonna call it Ferrari Corner.
Oh.
So we're gonna discuss Ferrari in a bit. So anyway, so who's at the best?
Do we all have to discuss it?
No.
We're just gonna put him in a corner, like
just leave.
Like wheeling him in on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
We
leave him for half an hour on his own.
Wins.
We'll just stand over there and laugh at him.
We're showing what the support network does. Ferrari friends. Hashtag Ferrari friends.
Can we get that going? Hashtag Ferrari friends.
I think we need to.
Was it like that when you went?
What?
Everyone rocking?
Oh no! It's that blind optimism that the red cars are the best. It's beautiful, and for a minute there, whilst I was there, it felt magical. And then because Imola was at the time, we got battered and finished about 8th or 9th, and I realised that it's just a dream. But no, on the Piastri Norris, it's Norris's at the moment. I still slightly make Piastri favourite, and I don't know why, but Norris is the one with the flow at the moment.
Well, I think the obvious reason you're probably making famous. I was going to say he's still 9 points clear in the championship. So
next race is the big one. We said that after Hungary, the next race dictates it. I think
absolutely.
I think we've said that for a while as well. Like I think Spa was a big one, and Piastri won that, and then that made Hungary a big one, and then obviously Norris won that. So I think you're right. I think, and that's going to be the good thing because we touched on this in the Hungary episode. This season has not been exciting. And the only thing that we have really got to grab from this season is that we're having the two best cars by a million miles have actually got two very, very good drivers in it. Like this isn't like Red Bull being a million miles ahead of everybody else and they've got Verstappen and another who isn't competing. Like this is two and to be fair to McLaren, we've said it on a load of episodes. To be fair to McLaren, they're absolutely letting them two race and then not getting involved, which is why I think the question marks are stupid over the favouritism.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to let them race when you're in a completely different category to everyone else. But I like that they're doing it. Sorry, I know I was going down the Formula Spaceship beating route again, but that's not the aim. It's nice to see it, but it's easy to do it when you're guaranteed podiums every race.
Yeah, well, the standings are up on your screen now, so you can see just how far McLaren are ahead in the constructors. I think off the top of my head, it's 3.6 million points.
Give or take,
something like that. Yeah. It's in that ballpark. Okay, so let's make some predictions now then. So who is going to win the World Championship? We can refer back to this when it comes to the end of the season. So Phil, who's going first? Phil, you can go first.
That's it. Yeah, offer it up to Phil.
I'm gonna
No,
that appointed.
Well, I'm
Norris.
glad we're all looking there.
Only people
all look lovely tonight.
Only people on spot. They're all concerned that you can see them now.
And you know those bits I said I couldn't talk about on the internet.
maybe shouldn't have handed him the mic then. Yeah. Okay. So Phil, big Phil,
Norris.
I hope it's Piastri.
Why'd you hope?
Because I can't.
You
put
secret
up with
Australian.
All...
Secret Australian.
No, we just can't put up with me
I
all
can't put up with
winter.
him and Norris all winter. I can't do it.
I will be annoying with it if
I
Norris
didn't think
wins,
of
to be
that.
fair. Yeah.
No, I'm sticking. I'm not twisting. I'm sticking.
Do you know what? I actually think it will be Piastri. I think as the pressure we have seen Norris get over that sort of make mistakes under pressure sort of thing recently, but I think as the pressure really gets to him towards the end of the season, I think we've got more evidence to suggest that Piastri is cooler under pressure. So I'm going to go Piastri. I think Piastri will do it.
Next.
I'm going to take this microphone off and go home now.
Obviously,
thanks for having me on.
As a McLaren fan, I hope it's either, and it's a favourable position because there's no way.
Yeah, no, it is nice. It's a nice position to be in.
No.
Okay, so next question that I've written down. Who's impressed so far?
I've got 3 drivers who've impressed so far.
Go on.
You ready? It was close to me between, and I've only just seen the question, so it's between Gasly and Hadjar, although Hadjar's gone off the boil a little bit at the moment. Yeah. So I'm going to throw Gasly in there. Still continues to impress on a team that doesn't know what they're doing from day to day.
Well, when you consider on that, because I've written the questions and I've written little scribbles. When you consider that Gasly is still Alpine's only point scorer, like Colapinto and Jack Doohan only had 2 races, but neither of them have actually scored a point. So yeah,
could I say Jack Doohan? And the 2 Sauber drivers.
And again, I think I've written them 2 both.
Yes, did you notice?
Yeah.
I gave Bortoletto credit there.
Yeah, no, say that again.
Bortoletto has impressed this year. So has Ollie, but not quite as much.
Go on, Phil. Who's yours? Because I think
Lawson.
Well, go on. Because
both look shocked there. You're all right.
It wasn't.
Okay. Listen, do you know what? Mentally, to be given a drive at the top team, or one of the top teams, to then get taken away from that drive after
very early on,
after 3 races, to then find the motivation to get up and go to work every single day and perform. And I think he has been performing in that army.
I'll give you that.
Mentally, in his own mental state of mind, That takes balls.
I don't actually disagree.
That takes balls to do
I'll
that.
give you that.
Liam Lawson wasn't on my list, but fair play actually. Yeah,
It takes balls to do
reason.
that.
I was going the same way. We've asked a million times what on earth makes Hulkenberg and Bortoleto, other than the prospect of obviously Audi being.
Yeah, no, I get that. And you could arguably say the same with Gasly. Well, like Phil's just said, Alpine.
When are Alpine going to fix it? Like, when are Alpine going to?
When they go to Mercedes engines.
I think that's.
But then you say that, but like that's making it seem like Renault don't have a pedigree in Formula One.
Renault have never built the most powerful engines.
No, all right. It's been a combination. Yeah, I get that. I get your point. But then you look at the 2005, 2006 Renaults.
Still not the most powerful, though.
But the car was good enough to win 2 like back-to-back world championships. Is my point, and that was Renault doing everything in the same way that Alpine are doing everything.
Yeah.
But what was it? Yeah. Was it a really good engine, or was it that the engines around them were not
or was it Fernando?
Up to scratch, or was it Alonso just being Alonso?
Possibly. But they've got Colapinto now, who's like the future.
Sorry.
I don't understand how Perez isn't in that car yet.
Do you know, I've got a funny feeling Alpine won't do anything now. And I know we keep saying that Colapinto won't make it till the end of the season, but I've got a funny feeling that they won't do anything. What's the point?
And just to go to somewhere different, I think.
I get that, but they're short on cash. They're going to have to pay for these Merc engines next year. And if there's one person who's sat waiting for something to happen who can bring all the money of Mexico on board and can deliver. I've no doubt that Perez could get in that car.
I think he's signed for Cadillac already, mate.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Cadillacs in Mexico, isn't there?
Him.
Oh, whilst we mentioned Cadillac, actually,
no one cares.
Does anyone care? Is anyone starting to care about Cadillac? Answer in the comments if you care about Cadillac.
Apologies.
We actually, by the way, we actually do have. Sorry, I just want to say this because thank you to our viewers in the US because we do have 46% of our viewership comes from the United States.
You've been slating them for turning left.
Yeah, and
I always said Cadillac, fantastic brand,
and Haas.
They're a really good team.
And Donald Trump. I mean, what a guy.
Miami.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cadillac are a fantastic team. Fantastic team. Fantastic guys down at Cadillac.
Right, now 30% of our viewership comes from the US after that.
Sorry.
No, thank you for joining us from the United States. We still don't care about Cadillac, though. I'm sorry, we don't.
We quite like Eagles. No. We don't, apparently.
And this and this is why we're having Ferrari Corner later. We only allow him to come out so often, don't we?
Go on, move on.
We only let him out for so many times of the day.
Moving on. Okay, if we've just gone who's impressed, the complete opposite. Who's completely... Well, yeah, we can go... Should we start Ferrari Corner now? Who's been who's been disappointed?
McLaren. They've not let anyone else have a go. I think it's selfish. Who's been disappointing? Aston Martin.
Is this a team?
Well, whatever you want to go for.
Right, okay.
Stroll. There you go. Oh,
I don't think he has been disappointing.
I don't think he's been exciting.
No, but he's not a driver. So if you're going to give him credit,
he's not a postman, is he?
He'd be a better postman.
I don't know. He'd end up crashing it in the letterbox. Sorry, moving on.
Posting someone's letter in the wrong letterbox.
I don't know what viewership we've got from Canada, but I assume it's none now.
Yeah, they've
who's disappointed? Ferrari-ish. Mercedes occasionally. Red Bull most of the time.
I mean...
I think this is why McLaren have got such an advantage. The teams around them have
been so inconsistent.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But is that a surprise though? Because if you look, because we know,
no,
I don't mean that. I mean, because
you're right.
We're going to mention. I have written it as a note to mention. So my guess is, and I know the guys on Sky have mentioned this, that it's unlikely now that we'll see any big developments from anybody. The only developments we'll probably see is if someone can notice an issue coming before the end of the season. They'll probably just do a quick upgrade to fix that issue. But I don't think we're going to see anything now. And we touched on at the start of the season that with 26 regs coming in and all the changes, we didn't expect much. So when you go back to the end of 24, McLaren had obviously vastly improved that car from what it was. Is this a surprise that... What I'm saying is, are we surprised that Red Bull aren't pushing McLaren? Are we surprised that Ferrari is still going through like a change phase? Or is it just that everybody has everybody written off 25 from the start other than McLaren because they know this was a perfect chance to win constructors again and have their two drivers compete for the drivers?
Well, if they have, they've got it wrong.
Who?
Whoever decided to write off the
Oh, I get what you
season.
mean. Sorry.
I don't know is the answer. I wish Ferrari had done, but I'm not hopeful for 26.
But then you can't read anything into what anybody's doing this season based on 26. Can
No,
you?
absolutely not.
So go on. Who we saying is disappointed then? Phil's just listed every team.
Yeah. Anyone but McLaren. And McLaren for not letting him play.
Maybe I think I will expect more from Aston Martin in 26.
The thing is with Aston Martin,
I would say, especially so. It will come in further episodes that you'll see. But yesterday, when I was at Silverstone, so we're filming this on a Monday, and I was at Ford Fair yesterday at Silverstone all day.
Yeah, we will have. Sorry, just to interrupt Phil. We will have. Phil's going to put some stuff up on his trip.
But so that's the first time I've been to Silverstone since the factory's finished.
Yeah.
So last time I went to Silverstone was 2022 when it was just sort of 2022 when there was just, and I could not believe the size of the place. It was just mind blowing. So when you look at what I'm trying to get at, when you look at the money they've invested, or Lawrence Stroll's invested, I think going into 2026 with Adrian Newey as well. I know I've banged on about him quite a few times, but
is Adrian Newey Aston Martin?
You'd know more than anybody, wouldn't you?
I insulted him.
That's when we parked 4 miles behind the factory, wasn't it? For one day.
You'd know more than anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have quite high.
The thing is with Aston Martin is they keep sort of like half coming up with upgrades and stuff, and then was it qualifying for either Spa or Hungary? I can't remember which of the one it was recently, where they performed quite well in qualifying, and you're thinking, all right, Aston Martin are here to play for the second half of the season. Maybe Alonso could get a podium or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we decided we can't bother again. Like we decided.
I think driver view. I think everybody will sort of say the hype around Lewis going to Ferrari. That's probably been
not got a podium yet.
Not lived up to its expectation.
I'm not including the sprint in China. I'm not including sprints. Minus the sprint in China, which was an absolute procession.
And I think, obviously, we all saw...
that doesn't count as a podium.
We all saw Lewis at the weekend just gone. Yeah, I genuinely hope there's nothing behind that, and that he was just having a bad day at the office, like we all do. It's hard to not hype up Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari. These are two massive names in the sport, so it's hard. It's very easy to sort of look at it and say, okay, let's just let him bed in for a season, but you wouldn't expect Lewis Hamilton to need time to bed into a team.
No, I would agree. I think he
wouldn't,
maybe a bit harshly, but he has been a little bit disappointing. I don't want to pile on him because we saw.
No, exactly. But unfortunately, he's in the sport and he's a driver, and we have to talk about him in that way. And as much as we sort of want to be a bit reserved with it because we don't know what sort of mental stage his head's at.
It's
right, isn't it?
But bottom line is, when you look at it from a sport point of view, if this is going to sound cruel, I apologise, but he's a 7-time world champion. You would expect him to. I tell you who else has been disappointing for me, and we touched on it. It's funny actually that you're back here for this because we touched on it in the Monaco episode. If Williams lose 5th, they've only got themselves to blame. And if I'm brutally honest, I think over the vast majority of the season, I think actually Williams have been relatively disappointing. The only thing that's actually, what I mean by that is Albon's a fantastic driver. They look like they're starting to sort the team out a little bit. Carlos Sainz is an absolute steal, by the way. Let's be honest.
100%.
And I actually think Williams have been, sorry, I'm just piling pressure on Phil now. I honestly think that's a steal for Williams. And I genuinely think they're disappointing. I think, what was it, the stat they said at Hungary? Alpine are bottom of the championship, but it's the highest amount of points that anyone's ever been bottom of the constructors, if that makes sense. So it goes to show how tight the bottom half of the constructors is. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that Sauber could steal 5th there.
Can I just throw a quick question to you very, very quickly?
No.
Would you have kept Carlos Sainz over Charles?
Over Charles?
Well, Lewis coming in.
I wouldn't have brought Lewis in.
But if you're saying Lewis was done,
well, he clearly was, wasn't he?
Yeah, which one would you kept?
Which one you've kept? Lewis is clearly done, and I think forget about that side. So you've got Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. Who are you keeping?
I'd have 3 cars.
By the way, this wasn't on the agenda to put him on the spot like that, and I'm really sorry, Phil, but I'm just interested to know. That's all. Who'd you keep? Tick tock, tick
I'd have kept Carlos.
I'd agree with you.
And that hurts, by the way, because I think Charles Leclerc's the fastest man over one lap.
You don't race over one lap.
Just say races are over like 70.
The car's illegal after one lap and hit the floors one, but over one lap we are sterling. Moving on, come on.
Moving on.
Sorry,
I can't
okay.
remember the next one.
You heard it first, Ferrari fans.
Rookie of the season. There's a reason I wrote this in, and I think everybody can see by Phil's reaction the reason I wrote this in.
Because he doesn't want to say it. Make it. Phil, we'll start with you.
Bortoletto. I'm not saying anymore. Well done.
Phil?
The same, Bortoletto.
I think he's taking
unanimous decision.
I think he's taking his time to come into it. To be fair.
He has, but
I think a shout out to Antonelli though, because you can't ignore the fact that he's actually got it on pole. He's actually done. He's done all right in that Mercedes.
Straight into the top works team.
That's the point, and that's
straight
for me.
into the top works team.
Does make me wonder if anybody else, any of the other rookies would have gone into that position, would they be doing any better than Antonelli?
I think Ollie Behrman last year got into a Ferrari at
Saudi. But we said top team.
I'm going to take my glasses off for that and rub my eyes.
Okay, what's next?
That was minging.
I even feel horrible doing
I'm so glad we're in. Yep, so glad.
By the way, the Help a Ferrari Fan Fund is still running.
It's not. It's empty now. You want to see the beer I've just ordered? Obviously. What did you think?
I don't want to say Bortoletto, but I'm going to. Bortoletto.
All right, great chat.
I don't know, but probably Bortoletto.
Jack Doohan.
I think there is a shout for Antonelli though. I think he's because that's a lot. I know he's got into a top team, but he's like 11 years old, and he's been
that old.
Yeah, and it is a top team, and he's replaced Lewis Hamilton. So all the pressure that comes with that, I will say a shout for Kimi Antonelli. There is no pressure on Bortoletto really. His seat for next season is confirmed. Well, it is, but my point is they're not likely to get rid based on what he does this year. So pressure-wise, Antonelli's dealt with the pressure, but I do think it's Bortoletto.
I think the one thing to point out is all this Bortoletto loving. It's beautiful to hear, but I still think that Behrman will make it to Ferrari before Bortoletto makes it to a McLaren.
I don't think Bortoletto will ever get to McLaren. Weirdly, because if you think the two drivers that they've got, 24 and 22, something like that,
they'll get bored of winning.
I mean, it depends what 26 regs are, but why would you, if you're McLaren, why would you change that team at the minute? Bortoletto might get bored of waiting for that opportunity.
Might do.
Sorry, pardon me, opportunity. Okay, which way should we go around? We've got best race and worst race. What do we want to do first?
I've got too many worst races.
Yeah, worst race is quite easy. Spa.
Oh! Spa's up there. Miami's always up there. I can't even remember it was up there. China was quite bad for a Ferrari fan, the actual race.
The only reason I'm not saying Monaco was because we knew that was going to be bad.
Oh yeah, that delivered what we expected. So it's not a bad race. Yeah. It's just a bad thing. I think I'm going to have to go Spa with you. Yeah. It was appalling.
I can't say Spa, unfortunately, because I was on holiday. So, but from what I've seen on the highlights, I literally only saw highlights of that race. I didn't see the full race.
Oh yeah, you were away
because I was away.
The positive thumbnail.
So
yeah. We know what we're talking about.
So the story very quickly is it?
Oh no, we told
the story. Great.
Of course, show he doesn't watch the episode.
Sorry.
We threw him under the bus, didn't we?
Yeah, we 100%.
Of course, no, you did. Yeah, you threw me well under the bus.
Best race then.
It's Silverstone or Barcelona.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to vote. I tried. I was racking my brains earlier to try and think.
Silverstone, genuinely, I would say is the best.
And I wanted to ask you actually because it's easy for us to say Silverstone because we were there and the atmosphere.
No, it's Silverstone by a country mile.
Good.
Did Barcelona was good. But then again,
that was the first good race of the season.
But it's difficult to actually try and remember a good race this year because again, we've touched on it. We're dying out for these 26 regs and. It's not giving us the entertaining product that we really want. So that's not really.
We can only hope. Subject. But for now, we just got to enjoy what we've got, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Try and enjoy what we've got.
Yeah.
We can.
We have touched on this slightly a minute ago. Do we expect any more upgrades from anybody?
No.
Nah,
Nothing big.
nothing
I
major.
think
I would've
anything
thought.
that can stabilise the rear end of that Ferrari and stop it chewing up floorboards like termites, I think you might see.
Yeah.
Barring that, I don't think it'll be performance. It'll be to survive the race with a legal car.
Did you see, by the way, McLaren were doing some testing at Hungary with the 26 tyres?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Did you see the downforce levels on it?
Yeah. Now, my point is, the reason I'm asking this is, you two might know, I don't. Is there any rules that say that they can't start to introduce stuff that works more towards the 26 regs?
They're gonna struggle because the whole shape of the car changes.
It's
because the front and rear wing profile changes.
I get that, but let's say, for instance, you're Alpine and you're already doing poorly. Why not? Sorry, I get your point. You're not going to learn anything from it.
Because the whole profile of the entire car is going to change, and you can't. You could only make changes, I think, on the 26 rules that Pirelli enforce. Right. So bring your Imola rear wing, your Monza rear wing, a standard front wing without all your fancy trim. Because if you notice on the picture, I don't know if it might be there if I can find it again.
Yeah.
They're running a really trim rear wing, but the front wing's got such low downforce as well, and it's specified by Pirelli.
Okay, so
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
So we're not anticipating any more.
I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if something.
Same, I agree. To be fair,
I'd be very surprised.
Rumors. Actually, weirdly enough, we have done an episode based on rumors, and weirdly enough, as we actually enter the summer break and what is normally silly season in Formula One, there are none.
I know. All throughout the build-up, we've been like, "Oh, it's going to be a great silly season."
I read some online the other day, and it's a weird one, and it's something we might have to pick up for a future episode. It's predictions for next year's grid, and there's one that threw me: is that Lewis will retire at the end of this year, and Carlos Sainz will be back in a red car next year because he's not been happy at Williams. No. And it's one of those. I know it's a prediction, and it could be someone sat there, a little bit of a fanboying on Ferrari like I do, but I can see it. Weirdly, I don't want it.
Would he go after 1 year?
Do you know what? Yeah, the way that for me, the way he was at Hungary,
I think he might.
I
don't want him to because I genuinely want to see what he can do in a Ferrari that's built more towards him. Because don't forget, the 25 car was already in development even when they signed him at the start of 24.
Yeah. And he's got to accept that. That's the thing that I would deter away from Lewis from retiring if he's just doing it as a reaction to how bad this season's been for him. I would try to deter him away from it purely on the basis that this was always going to be just a season because you just have to sort of put up with what we've got.
It's a paddling, isn't it?
Yeah. Like obviously 26.
I don't think he'll leave at the end of this year.
I don't want him. To.
I don't see it.
I can see it, but I'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it'll. Is there anything else? Do we think?
Rumors.
I want the Chaos Twins at Aston Martin. Ever since we touched on this, I want that to happen.
The Chaos,
because I think it would be class. If you listen to this, Lawrence Stroll, your son is that bad, and
so's Yuki.
And so's Yuki. So just put them both in the same car. It would be mint. Car crash telly, literally car crash telly. So as far as we're aware, I've not heard any rumors.
And watch your bank balance go down and down.
What, mine?
Well, apparently someone's buying Aston Martin.
I've heard this.
They're separating it from the road car company.
Yeah,
but that's Lawrence Stroll's thing, isn't it? Is Lawrence Stroll's ownership within it, isn't it? If that makes sense. So that will increase.
I thought that's reducing.
Oh, I thought that
I could be wrong. Anyway. Oh, don't worry, we've got Cadillac.
Who's joining Cadillac? What were we saying? We don't care.
Perez.
And
come on, I've got an opinion here. Come on. You should care.
No, all right, fair enough.
You're a global podcast.
Your opinion.
Global.
Right? You're a global.
Your opinion then that you want to give is it about Cadillac?
Yeah.
Right. So what are you looking forward to for the rest of the season?
I'm a Ferrari fan. Don't ask me that. The end.
No, go on, Phil. What?
No, it's fine. It's done with now.
Go on, tell us.
No, I am spitting my dummy out.
We'll replace Ferrari corner with Cadillac corner.
I think you'll see Perez and Bottas there next year.
Only if Bottas doesn't appear in a car before the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going for. I don't know why, but I think Alpine is sniffing.
I don't think they'll go for two older heads. I think they'll do what Audi are doing. One, because there's a lot of rumours that Mick Schumacher's in the running.
But they also need a lot of experience to build.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So my guess would be Bottas and Schuey.
I think the Perez factor and the fact that he's North American.
Possibly, but then Bottas. But then that kind of goes away from my logic of not.
See, what you don't realise is you just covered 30 seconds on Cadillac there.
See, I'm proving to our American.
Welcome back to our American viewers.
that we do care. Yeah. If you missed the first half, we've been full of praise for Cadillac. What you've got? Okay, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the season?
The end.
Fair.
Thanks.
No, you can't leave. We've got Ferrari corner yet. Phil, what are you looking forward to the end? I actually,
What are you looking forward to?
Championship battle.
I answered it for him.
Championship battle.
Yeah,
It's just gonna get good.
I must admit, actually, I am kind of with you a little bit because it hasn't been the most exciting season. You touched on this in Hungary, like it's not not in Hungary, we weren't there. But this is like it's not been the greatest season to start a YouTube channel based on Formula One because it hasn't been that exciting. We hope to those people who watch the videos that we've made it at least a little bit entertaining where we can. But yeah, it's not been the most exciting season. So I'm with Phil. I am partly looking forward to the end because then it starts the new era in 26. We desperately need it. Mm-hmm. But I am looking forward to the one thing that's given us hope throughout this season is the Norris Piastri battle. And it's been entertaining. So I hope that lasts.
When are they going to crash?
Canada. Oh, they did.
Again.
What's next? Zandvoort.
I don't think they will. Again, I think both of them will have had the knuckles wrapped. Norris for Canada and Piastri for that nearly in Hungary at turn 1.
And it wasn't nearly.
I think they probably both had the knuckles wrapped, and I don't think they will. Yeah.
I think.
Is that what you're thinking?
I genuinely. I think there's a big one left in the season yet. I do. I think there's. I'm not going to say like a DNF crash, maybe, but I still think there's something coming between the two of them. I do.
Like, was it Raikkonen and Vettel at Singapore? Mm-hmm. Was it them two on the start?
Or Verstappen, Ricardo
in the middle of them. That was the problem.
Verstappen, Ricardo at Azerbaijan.
Oh yeah.
Vettel, Leclerc at Brazil.
Yeah.
They both run into each other.
Is it Senna, Prost at Monza?
Prost, yeah.
Was it Monza?
Yeah. Senna, Prost at Japan.
Japan. Yeah. Sorry, yes, it was.
Twice.
I've just got the vision. I've got the vision of the first corner at Monza for some reason.
I think there's something coming. I do. I think there's something coming.
Just to throw another one in, Vettel and Weber at Turkey.
Oh my God, Turkey! What a track that was!
That was an awesome track.
Yeah, bring back Turkey.
That's the one with the full turn, right?
The turn 8.
Turn 8.
Yeah, that was class. Yeah, bring back Turkey. Anyway,
I'll come back with great teeth.
yeah.
And a good hairline.
We have to do it looking like a beef for final boss. We had to bring it up. Yeah. We had to bring it up. Everybody else is talking about it. Just to prove this has been filmed recently.
Are we talking about?
We had to bring it up.
I'm off for a nap after this, but we did young and with it.
Okay, so that is it. Before we leave, we are just going to give Phil a chance to wrap up on Ferrari Corner. What?
I don't know what to say.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this microphone off. Thanks for having me. And I'm just going to leave you, Phil, on your own. And come this way. Come on. Let's wrap up the Ferrari Corner.
Let me tell you a little story, viewers. Good God, it's 18 years ago. I don't know. I feel like we've got everything in the right place and we're still getting it wrong. It's a sad time. It's a very sad time. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And if you know a Ferrari fan, please check up on them.
Ask us if we care.